Hello, my name is Wanda Lee. I'm a married mom of 3, and this is my channel, The Carter Blues. My husband and I have some pretty ambitious financial goals for our family, including becoming debt-free, paying off our mortgage in half the time, and putting our little ones through college loan-free. If any of these things interest you, I'd love for you to stick around because those are the things we take care of on High Priority Monday. Today, we will be stuffing our high priority savings binder. We will be unstuffing our 30-day challenge and putting that money into our debt binder. And then we will also be stuffing our 30-day challenge to start off August. So I'm excited about that. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's grab our high priority savings binder, and we have, I'm not going to put you through the counting, but we have $500 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I do that? All right. Yay. Okay. Perfect. Alrighty, so let's go. And as you can see, I put my plunge into savings dashboard back into my high priority binder where it originally was, since we moved all of our other Caribbean blue over here. All right, let's get started. So medical is getting 50, and so medical now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 70. 470, which is great. Vision is getting 25, and it's also good that we put a little extra in medical because I don't mind using a combination of medical and dental, or medical and vision, if we need extra cash for either of the vision or dental categories. And it's going to come in handy because, hold that thought, vision has 1, 50, 70, 90, 110, 210, 230, 235, and 240. Good. All right. So I did book my dentist appointment, went to the dentist. It's going to cost more. The type of cleaning that I need to get is going to cost more than what I allotted for, or what we have saved so far in dental, because the insurance is only going to cover part of it, right? But at least the insurance is covering something, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to schedule it before the insurance expires, so that's good. But as a result, we may need to use a combination of dental and a little bit of medical to pay it. But again, I don't mind, because at least the cash is here and nothing is coming out of our pocket, and nothing is coming being charged to the credit card, right? So those are all great things. We are adding 25 to dental as well, and so dental now has 150, 20, 70, 90, 200, 10, 15, and 20. So 220 is kind of the other one. You know, I don't know what's been going on with these Mondays the past few weeks, but it's fine. So emergency is getting 50, and let's add 50 first. All right, so emergency has 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. Oh my gosh, we're only 100 away. We're only 100 away from our original goal. Okay, we have 2,400 in emergency. Amazing, 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 amazing. Yay. And then once we hit it, I will put a fully funded placeholder there for a while and celebrate that, but then we will up this probably 5,000. Savings is getting skipped this one. College does not get skipped, obviously. And college is getting up the prettiest of the hundos because none of them were great, to be honest. All right, so we have 50, 150, 250, 350, 850 in college. And I did start setting up the 529. I was a little bit naive though, and the 529 is like an investment account for education exclusively. And what's cool about it is that you can set it up in someone's name, but if that person decides they don't need it for school or whatever, you can change it to somebody else in the future. So if one of your kids decides they don't want to go to college, which is not going to happen in our house, we could change the name to someone else in our family who does want to go and further their education. So that's really cool. But I was thinking that you had to put all the kids under one, or like, that's what I thought. It'd be one account with all of the 3 kids as beneficiaries. But that's not actually how it works. You need 1 per kid, which is fine. It just means that we need to split up the money we would be saving into and make sure that the money is going into each respective account as opposed to just putting all the money in one place. So it will just take a little bit of, for the initial setup, it will just be, we'll probably put all the money in the account and then just have it automatically pay those out just to make sure we don't miss anything. For our like bigger expenses, retirement's getting 50, by the way, because we owed ourselves 20 and we're giving it 30. So we are giving 50 to make up for it. Hold on, 20, 40, and 50. Okay, here we go. So what was I saying? Yeah, oh yeah, so some of our bills I like to pay manually because I pay extra. And so I want to be in charge of it. And then other bills I have just paid automatically. Initially I was planning to pay the $529 for the kiddos education account manually, so that if some months I could pay extra, I could be, in charge of that. But since they'll be split into 3 accounts now, I want to make sure that each one is getting the money it's supposed to get. So I'm probably just going to set it up for automatic contribution. It sounds like it's not a bill, so it's not like a payment, but automatic contribution each month comes up. So now that we've added 50 to retirement, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 70, and then so 220 and then 225. I got distracted because there's a 50 between the 10 and the 5, which is what happens when you talk too much. So cool. All right, now that and there's an extra 20 in here. Oh my God. So it looks like there's 245 in this envelope. Fun times. So it should be 145. Okay, that is correct. Fun times. Let's go ahead, pause for the cause, and get out our Road to Retirement book because we have actually $50 to work with. And let's move this over because we don't need it anymore. This is for our debts. Okay, and I don't know if I'm scratching or what. No, not this pen, because we're not doing permanent markers in this book. Okay. All right. $50. $50. $50. I know I'm done with the first page. Maybe I will scratch and then add whatever's extra here. All right, let's see. So we've got $50. Let's do this one. I was like, you look like, of course it's 25. Well, that's a big hunk of money. We might only just do 2. If there's 25 on the other page, and there is, that's good. We'll knock that big one off. Okay, so we got 25, and we've got 25 here. So we are good. We did our 25 and our 25. We're gonna call it a day. And this book was created by Anita at the Almost Organized Owl. Super cute. All right, let's move on. So now the fun part. Let's bust out our Caribbean Blue Challenge binder, which has our 30 Days in Paradise challenge. You may hear my little one in the background because she is playing downstairs. And we are gonna unstuff this and put it all in our debt binder. So I'm gonna speed up this part because otherwise the video will be way too long. So please hold. Oh wait, let's move this over for a minute. Let's get this out so we can put the cards in. All right, now please hold. And this was the 30-day challenge that I created called 30 Days in Paradise, and I did play it for the entire month of June on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which was really fun, and all of this money is going to our debt. So I'm gonna move the book out of the way, move the cards out of the way, and then get this money situated so that we can add it to our debt, and I'll speed that part up as well. I'm actually going to switch these trays out just because this one is harder when you have more money to work with, so hold that thought. Okay, that's better. The angle is better. Okay, had to pause and make sure that my little one was okay down there, but she's just walking around having a grand old time. So, all right, let's see how much we have saved. for our debt. It should be 365 or 365, right, for a 30-day challenge. So if we have anything less than that, we should be concerned. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, and 60. So 260. Oops, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 10, 20. Did I say? Oh, 465 is what it should be. Sorry, I was like 365. We've already passed that. It should be 465. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. And then all these twos. Oh my gosh, it's two. It's like a wad of twos. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Don't stick, don't stick. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Let's do plus 24. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Plus 14. They're just stuck. Some of them are stuck. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16. Perfect. And then with this, we have 465, which is exactly what we should have. Beautiful. I am taking this dollar back and putting it in our $1 savings challenge because I save one separately. I've stated that before. Excuse me, I gotta figure something out for these twos. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and put it in the debt binder. And because I don't have change to, well, not, yeah, I don't have bills to exchange it to condense it right now. So we are gonna go ahead and add this 464 to our 200 that we already had slated to go to debt today. And that means we have a total of 664 today that we are putting into our debt binder. Apart from the 30-day challenge, obviously that's the reason why it's a much higher contribution today. But the $200 that we had for today was because my husband did get paid, which is nice. He does own his own business, so he doesn't have a set time of every 2 weeks of when he gets paid. He gets paid at random times. So we just have to make sure that we budget appropriately based on the times that he gets paid. So this is gonna be way too fat for this envelope. I'm realizing that right now. I might have to see if I can condense. There was money I was taking to the bank for other bills, but I might have to pull that out. All right, I have 100 and I have 250s over here. Let's see. I forgot how many twos we had. Oh, Lord. Sorry. Hold on. All right, hold on. Okay, so we have $54 here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this 50, leave the 4, add the 50 here. So all these twos can go in my envelope, which I have to figure out what to do with later. All right, so we still have 150 that we could use to condense. I'm thinking we should go ahead with the 10s, right? So $100 worth of 10s or not? 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 90, and 100. So I'm going to go ahead and take these 10s, pop 100 over here, and then we have 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. Perfect. And then I'll just give you this 50. Okay, so this was money I was going to put into the bank to cover some other expenses, but now it's going here, which is better because otherwise it would be too chunky. Unfortunately, I don't think I have another 100 unless I pull from, I could pull from Friday's cash stuffing and then just make sure I get change before I record Friday's video. So I could do that. Let's see. How many is here? 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. Okay. Yeah. Alright, we can do that. Okay, so we take these out of Fridays. We put the 20 into Fridays. So we just need to make sure that we recover these hundreds and these 50s for our other stuff. Alright, anyway, all of that money is actually going into our credit card. So we had the 464 plus 200, so that's 664, 7, 8, 964, and let's take away the 14. That would be 1,000. Add the 14 back. That would be 1,014. This is great. So I am going to go ahead and put this into the account to take a nice chunk off of our credit card bill. That's what we're prioritizing in our debt payoff journey first. And then we are going to do one more thing. I mean, apart from mortgage is also a priority. So the big three are paying off debt, right? Paying our mortgage off in half the time and putting the little ones through college loan free. Those are the big three goals, right? And so for our debt payoff, we are focusing on credit card debt first. We only have one more credit card bill we need to pay off, and then a medical bill, and then we can get into student loans. But the medical bill doesn't have interest, so actually I might swap it and do student loans because that interest is going to pick up at the end of this year. So at the same time, we also pay extra on our mortgage every month so that we can achieve that goal of paying it down in half the time, or paying it off in half the time. What was I doing here? Oh, right. So I am going to start the 30 Days in Paradise challenge over again for August. And this time I think all the money saved is going to go for student loans. And the reason, like I said, is because that interest is going to start picking up at the end of this year. So I just want to be as ahead or as prepared as I can. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and $34, yes, to work with today. So we are going to randomize it, but we need to give these cards a shuffle. Dun, 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 dun. Just gonna leave the spa cards there for now. Oh, some are backwards. I don't like that. Okay. Whoa, nope. Okay. Hold on. Let me just check on my little one. Okay, luckily her dad was there. I just didn't hear him. He was so quiet. You know, when you hear like wrestling, you know your kid's somewhere and then you hear wrestling and you don't hear the kid and you're like, oh goodness, what is the kid getting into? What have they found? But dad was there too, so at least they're getting into whatever it is together. All right, let's figure out where we're going. We have $34. Okay, if I recall, this is a more expensive day. So this is jellyfish. I think this is day 24. I only know that. Oh, I forgot to wipe it off. Oh goodness, of course I have to wipe off the challenge in order to restart it. Let me just see if I was right though. I was right, day 24. Okay, and we have 4 ones, that's perfect. Okay, hold that thought. Hold on, let me pull these out so that I can wipe them off. Gosh, so unprepared. What am I doing over here? So I think we will be stuffing this binder on Mondays and Fridays moving forward, since it's a high priority goal. Oh, I could leave this one. It's a high priority goal related to our family, so that's how I justify it. Monday is for high priority and Friday is for Family Friday. Oh, hello. Hello, little one. What you doing? She ran away. Okay, let me get the thing, the alcohol to clean this off real quick. Okay. That is the beauty of laminated challenges. You can easily clean them off with alcohol. 90% or more is ideal. Oh, she got in my office. Look at her, slid on in here. Don't touch the tripod, hun. Mm-hmm. Why? Are you gonna eat the crackers or just squish the bag? Mm-hmm. Hmm? I'm guessing Daddy went to work. And that's how she was able to get in, because she wasn't distracted by her dad. Okay. Good. We finished that. Be careful. Be careful. Alright, so we're going to leave this one out. Okay, thank you. Oh, we got. Okay. Don't touch the. Don't touch the tripod. You're gonna fall over here. There's a lot of things to trip on. Okay. Anyway, 24. So 5, 10, 15, and 20. We'll take these $4. Let's color in our day 24. I like that we're getting a high one out the way. And we're gonna go ahead to day 24, which is here. What you doing? Okay, just here. Pop this in. I like to use these sleeves because I need fewer sleeves than an actual 30-day challenge where you would need like 30. But also because they're perfect size for my cards, and I know if the card is in there that I completed it. So I like using these sleeves for that reason. But it would be easier to just use, you know, like 6 sleeves or 5 sleeves if you're only doing the 5 sections. and then just stuff all the money for that section into the one envelope. That's another way to do it. And then keep your cards in a container to the side. Oops, I skipped it. All right, so day 24 is complete from swimming and snorkeling day. What are you doing? What are you doing back there? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and try to stuff one more day. We can just go ahead and stuff day 10. I do want to leave the smaller ones for last this time, but I also don't want to do an IOU. So let's go ahead and complete day 10 since we have $10 left. And let's go to day 10. Perfect, right there. And let's find our cocktail. She found a savings challenge that has a little girl on it. So that's what she's trying to pick up. But it's hard for her little hands to get under it. So she's struggling and she gave up. She gave up. Uh-oh, where's the drink? Where's the cocktail? Don't put any of that in your mouth. All right, there we go. Do not put any of those things in your mouth. Are you gonna give them to me? Oh, thank you. They were already in a pile, but they were already organized how I wanted, but I see that you unorganized them so that you could hand it to me. That's very sweet. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to reorganize that pile later. All right, we did 2. That's wonderful. Let's call it a wrap because there's a lot going on. I'm very distracted over here. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed hanging out, I'd love for you to hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. There's a lot going on, so I do need to jump off, but thank you again for stopping by, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.